What if the secret to living to 100 wasn't a secret pill? What if it wasn't a billion-dollar biotech invention or an expensive, grueling fitness regimen? What if the key to a long, healthy, and happy life was hidden in plain sight, woven into the everyday habits of people living in small corners of the world who seem to have forgotten how to die? In our fast-paced modern world, we are obsessed with health hacks. We optimize our sleep, track our macros, and try to biohack our way to longevity. Yet, despite all this effort, rates of chronic diseases, heart disease, diabetes, dementia are higher than ever. We might be living longer than our ancestors, but are we living better? For many, the answer is no. We're facing a crisis where our health span, the number of years we live in good health, is failing to keep up with our lifespan. But what if the blueprint for a better life already exists? Today, we are going on a journey to the blue zones. These are 5 unique, isolated regions on Earth identified by explorer Dan Buettner and a team of demographers. These are the places where people don't just live to be 90 or 100. They live to 100 and are still active, sharp, and engaged with their communities. They are the world's epicenters of extreme longevity and health. In this video, we will unlock the 5 unbreakable rules that govern life in these remarkable places. These aren't theories. These are the proven, time-tested habits from the healthiest people on Earth. And the most amazing part? You can start applying them to your own life, right now, no matter where you live. So, what exactly are the blue zones? After years of research, Buettner and his team zeroed in on 5 specific communities. First, Okinawa, Japan, an island chain home to the world's longest-living women. Second, Sardinia, Italy, a mountainous region with the highest concentration of male centenarians on the planet. Third, Nicoya, Costa Rica, a peninsula where residents have a high chance of living to a healthy 90 years old, with the lowest rates of middle-age mortality. Fourth, Ikaria, Greece, an Aegean island with some of the world's lowest rates of dementia and heart disease. And finally, right in the United States, Loma Linda, California, a community of Seventh-day Adventists who outlive the average American by a full decade. What's shocking isn't just their age, it's their vitality. In these zones, people don't just get old, they grow old. They are largely free of the chronic diseases that plague the rest of the developed world. So, the researchers asked a simple question: what are they doing right? It wasn't one thing. It was a cluster of interconnected habits. Let's break down the first one. Lesson 1, move naturally. If you go to a blue zone looking for a gym, a weight rack, or an elliptical machine, you'll be looking for a long time. People in the blue zones don't exercise. They don't set aside 30 minutes to go for a run or lift weights. Instead, their entire lives are structured in a way that forces them to move. Their movement is natural, consistent, and integrated into their daily tasks. Think about the Sardinian shepherd. He doesn't have a gym membership, but every single day, he walks 5 or more miles over the rugged, steep highlands to tend his flock. This isn't a workout, it's his life. This daily, low-intensity activity strengthens his cardiovascular system, his muscles, and his bones, all without the no-pain, no-gain mentality. Or look at Okinawa. For generations, the elderly there have practiced gardening. They spend hours a day planting, weeding, and harvesting their vegetables. This involves constant bending, squatting, and reaching. Many older Okinawans also live in traditional homes with minimal furniture. They sit on tatami mats on the floor. This means they're getting up and down off the floor dozens of times a day. That simple act, getting up from the floor without using your hands, is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity. It engages your core, improves your balance, and maintains lower body strength, all of which are critical for preventing falls, a major cause of death in older adults. In Nicoya, they still use manual tools for cooking and housework. They might grind corn by hand to make tortillas, a repetitive, physically demanding task that we've long since outsourced to a machine. The takeaway for us is profound. Our modern world is engineered for comfort and convenience. We have garage door openers, remote controls, ride-on lawnmowers, and grocery delivery. We have designed movement out of our lives, and now we have to pay money to simulate it in a gym. The blue zone lesson is to deconvenience your life Just a little. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park your car at the far end of the parking lot. Walk to the grocery store, if you can. Get a dog that needs walking. Do your own yard work. Sell the blender and chop vegetables by hand. Make movement an inevitable, unavoidable part of your day, not just another chore on your to-do list. Lesson 2, eat wisely. This is perhaps the most famous part of the Blue Zone lifestyle, their diet. But it's not a diet in the way we think of one. It's not keto or paleo or Atkins. It's not about restriction or counting calories. It's about a simple, time-honored philosophy, and it has 2 key parts. The first part is how they eat. In Okinawa, they have a 2,500-year-old Confucian saying they recite before every meal. Hara Hachi Bu. This phrase is a powerful reminder. It translates to, eat until you are 80% full. This isn't just folk wisdom. It's brilliant science. It takes about 20 minutes for your stomach to send a signal to your brain that it's full. We, on the other hand, tend to eat quickly, distracted by our phones or the television, and by the time our brain gets the I'm full signal, we are over full. We push past 80%, past 100%, and into 110%. That 20% gap between not hungry anymore and completely full is the difference between maintaining a healthy weight and slowly gaining weight year after year. By stopping at 80%, they create a small, consistent caloric deficit without ever feeling deprived. The second part is what they eat. The Blue Zone diet can be summarized in one phrase: the plant slant. Across all 5 zones, the diet is overwhelmingly about 90 to 95% plant-based. This doesn't mean they are all strict vegetarians, but meat, mostly pork in Sardinia and Okinawa, is treated as a celebration food, eaten maybe 5 times a month in small portions. The true cornerstone of every Blue Zone diet is beans. Fava beans, black beans, soybeans, lentils. They are the ultimate longevity food, packed with fiber, protein, and complex carbohydrates. Beyond beans, their diets are built on whole foods. Okinawans are famous for their purple sweet potatoes, a superfood rich in antioxidants. Sardinians eat whole grain sourdough bread and goat's milk. Nicoyans eat the 3 sisters of Mesoamerican agriculture: squash, corn, and beans. What don't they eat? Processed foods, sugary drinks, fast food. Most of what they eat comes from the ground, often from their own gardens. The lesson for us is simple. First, slow down. Put your fork down between bites. Listen to your body and stop when you are no longer hungry, not when you are stuffed. Second, make whole plans to starve your plate. Learn to love beans. And treat meat as a side dish or a special occasion, not the main event of every meal. Lesson 3, purpose. Living a long life isn't just about the body. It's about the mind. In every Blue Zone, people have a strong, clear sense of purpose. They have a reason to wake up in the morning. And crucially, there is no word for retirement in the Okinawan language. Instead, they have Ikigai, pronounced Ikigai. This translates roughly to that which makes life worth living. Your Ikigai is the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. For many in the West, our purpose is tied to our job. When the job ends, our purpose vanishes. Not in Okinawa. An Okinawan's Ikigai is for life. A 102-year-old woman's Ikigai might be to care for her great-great-granddaughter. A 95-year-old fisherman's Ikigai is to continue catching fish for his family 3 days a week. It gives him a role, a sense of responsibility, and a feeling of being needed. It's the same in Costa Rica. The Nicoyans call it Plan de Vida, or Plan for Life. It's a guiding philosophy that imbues their daily life with meaning. They feel a strong sense of contribution to their family and community. The science on this is undeniable. Studies from the Rush University Medical Center found that people who had a high sense of purpose in life were 4 times less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. Other research has shown that a clear purpose can add up to 7 years of extra life expectancy. What's our takeaway? We must untangle our identity from our job title. Retirement shouldn't mean an end to contribution. Find your why. It doesn't have to be monumental, like solve world peace. It can be volunteering, mastering a new skill like painting or playing guitar, mentoring a young person, or starting a community garden. Find your reason to get out of bed in the morning, and you'll live longer and happier to do it. Lesson 4, downshift. Let's be clear. People in the blue zones are not immune to stress. They are human. They worry about their children, their finances, and their health, just like we do. The 21st century has brought modern stressors to their doorsteps. The critical difference is not the absence of stress, but the management of it. We in the modern world tend to let stress accumulate. We bottle it up all week, working in high-pressure environments, and then we explode on the weekend, or we develop chronic inflammation, the silent killer linked to almost every major age-related disease. Blue zone cultures have built in daily rituals to shed that stress before it becomes chronic. These aren't New Age fads. They're ancient, sacred traditions. In Ikaria, Greece, they are masters of the afternoon nap. A 30-minute siesta in the afternoon is a proven way to lower stress hormones and reduce the risk of heart attacks. In Sardinia, they have their happy hour. Every afternoon, the men of the village gather to drink a glass or two of their local Okinawan wine. This wine is rich in antioxidants, but the real benefit is the social decompression. They laugh, tell stories, and iron out the day's troubles with their friends. And in Loma Linda, California, the Seventh-day Adventists observe a 24-hour Sabbath. From sundown Friday to sundown Saturday, they stop. They don't work. They don't run errands. They don't check email. They focus on family, God, and nature. It is a 24-hour sanctuary from the stresses of modern life, built directly into their weekly schedule. Okinawans take a few moments each day to remember their ancestors, a practice that puts their current problems into a broader, calmer perspective. The lesson is to find your own downshift ritual. Don't let stress build to a breaking point. Create a sacred, non-negotiable space in your day to unwind. It could be 10 minutes of meditation, a walk in the woods without your phone, a bath, listening to music, or simply having a quiet cup of tea. Find your Sabbath, even if it's just for 20 minutes a day. Lesson 5, connection. This final lesson may be the most powerful of all. In the blue zones, loneliness is a foreign concept. Their social structures are built to prioritize family and community above all else. No one lives to 100 alone. There are two parts to this, family and the right tribe. First, loved ones first. In Sardinia and Okinawa, family is the core of society. Elders are not shipped off to retirement homes. They are revered. They live with or near their children and grandchildren. They are active participants in the household, babysitting the grandkids, passing down family recipes, and sharing wisdom. This arrangement is profoundly beneficial for everyone. The elders feel purposeful and loved, which, as we've learned, is a key to longevity. And the younger generation benefits from their wisdom and support. This commitment to family, to a spouse, to children, to parents, provides a powerful emotional buffer against the stresses of life. Second, the right tribe. Beyond family, Blue Zone residents are either born into or proactively create social circles that support healthy behaviors. The most extraordinary example of this is the Okinawan Moai, pronounced M-O-I. A Moai is a group of 5 or 6 friends who commit to each other for life. They originally formed as financial support groups, where each member would contribute a small amount, and the pot would go to one member at a time. But today, their primary function is social and emotional. These Moais meet every day or every week to gossip, drink tea, and support one another. If one member of the Moai gets sick, the others will be there to cook for them. If one is in despair, the others will be there to listen. They're a lifelong personal board of directors. The power of the Moai is that it makes the healthy choice the easy choice. We know that behaviors, good and bad, are contagious. If your friend's idea of fun is smoking and eating fast food, you are likely to do the same. But in Okinawa, if your Moai's idea of fun is gardening and walking, that's what you'll do. Your social circle is your greatest health asset. The takeaway is that connection is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity. Nurture your relationships. Put your phone down and have a real conversation. Call an old friend. Schedule a weekly family dinner. and consciously curate a social circle that inspires you, supports you, and shares your value for a healthy, well-lived life. So, what is the ultimate secret of the blue zones? It's that there is no one secret. It's not just the beans or the walking or the naps. It's an ecosystem. It's the powerful, interconnected web of all these habits, practiced consistently over a lifetime. They move naturally. They eat wisely, stopping at 80%. They live with a sense of purpose. They downshift to shed stress every day. And they connect deeply with family and the right tribe. The beautiful truth is, you don't need to move to Okinawa or Sardinia to reap these benefits. You can start creating your own personal blue zone right where you are. You can add a walk to your day. You can put more plants on your plate. You can call a friend instead of texting. You can write down your reason for waking up and put it on your mirror. These aren't radical, life-altering changes. They are small, gentle nudges. But compounded over time, they are the blueprint for a longer, healthier, and more meaningful life. So, my question for you is this. Which of these 5 lessons resonated with you the most? And what is one small change you will make this week to start building your own blue zone? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this journey valuable, please consider subscribing and sharing this video with someone you care about. Thank you for watching.